Last summer, I was going crazy about wearing the niqab. Well, fortunately, yes, fortunately, my mom didn't let me do that. At that time, I thought I was being oppressed, being the victim, and no one understands me. But little did I know I was the quiet opposite. At that time, I was so consumed and invested in the perception of the niqab rather than the concepts of and the purpose behind it. All what I had in my mind is how pretty and delicate it would look on me, forgetting and even minimizing its role and effects on me both internally and externally. I thought of it as a halal decoration, astaghfirullah. I literally swiped its literal purpose, which is hiding or minimizing beauty. And deep down, I thought I'm getting closer to Allah and I'm doing just well. But again, I was doing the opposite. And from where do you think I got this shallow, superficial, aesthetic perception of the niqab? Guess. Pinterest. No wonder, right? I love Pinterest, but God, it could lead you to an aesthetic holocaust if you're not aware, like me. Those beautiful niqabs with their beautiful hijabs and silk dresses kept me in awe for a really long time that I kind of ignored the whole meaning of niqab and modesty and just focused on how pretty it is. And I guess this issue has to do with any type of hijab out there. We start focusing on the beauty and the brilliance of colors and shades rather than the modesty and setter. The danger lies in that we don't even know that we are beautifying basic obligation of hiding and protecting your body to a superficial surface level impact, which will eventually make us feel empty on the inside, in addition to the sins rising from something that should have been a virtue. And for me to realize that took me a really long time playing the victim mu'mina role. Until one day I was reading Quran normally on an average day that till I read this verse.
خرجوا فيكم ما زادوكم إلا خبالا ولأوضعوا خلالكم يبغونكم الفتنة وفيكم سماعون لهم والله عليم بالظالمين.
And when I tell you that I felt someone throw a brick over my head, I'm not kidding. I was just like, I sat there for minutes realizing what I have just read. Like, am I one of those who would cause fitna? Am I? Was it Allah that did not want me to wear the niqab? And yes, because I did not have pure intention. Now this was just a personal reflection. The list goes on and on. Let's start with the nafs in disguise. You see, the nafs doesn't always show up as arrogance or temptation. Sometimes it shows up in religious packaging. It whispers, you look holy now. They envy your sincerity. You're different, special. But this isn't sincerity, it's performance, a theater for the self. You see, when we chase the look of worship more than the way of worship, we build idols out of our reflections. We start performing prayer, we start filming sadaqah, we start romanticizing veils. Not because we're evil, but because we're empty. And emptiness begs to be filled, not with truth, but with illusion. Let's go deeper. The niqab isn't a trend, the hijab isn't a theme. Modesty isn't silk and neutral palettes. It's hotness, it's being uncomfortable, it's struggle. But God, it's really, really beautiful once you love it. We turned satir into style. We wear abayas to match our eyes, not our intentions. And it's not just the niqab, it's the prayer corner that never gets prayed in. It's the Quran on the shelf but not in the chest. It's the photo of your sajada with a quote underneath while your ego bows to likes, not to the Lord. But it's not just religion. The whole world is trapped in an aesthetic holocaust. First, we have mental health aesthetic. We sub boba tea to soft jazz and call it healing. We post quotes about boundaries but never enforce them. We romanticize sadness and it becomes a mood board. Real healing isn't pretty. It's ugly crying. It's canceling plans. It's going to therapy even when you don't want to. Intellectual aesthetic. We collect books like trophies. We quote philosophers like TikTok trends. We say existentialism like it's spice, not substance. But deep thoughts requires friction. It offends, it rearranges, and it humbles. Activism aesthetic. We change our profile pictures. We wear clothes like merch. But when injustice happens offline, we turn off our screens. True justice takes sacrifice. It requires confrontation. It starts with your own habits. Free pastime bios are mandatory. Do it, do it. But please don't forget the ones who are right beside you. Domestic violence, bullying, emotional stagnation, friends depression. Help within your arena. That's your place. That's where you are needed. Aesthetics gives you a feeling of depth without having to dig. But identity without roots is just a cosplay. So now I ask me and you, when we strip away the filters, when no one is watching, do we still believe? Would you still wear the niqab if it didn't look good on you? Would you still post if you got no likes? Would you still say you love Allah if it made you look weird in every room you walk in? Because sincerity is not a look, it's a loss of ego, loss of image, loss of performance. And in that loss, God gives you something real. So I hope that Allah peel off the layers of image we have built for people to make us sincere, to trust us in intention even when it's not aesthetic. Because I don't want to look good anymore, I want to be real. And realness begins when performance dies.